I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
So I'm going with the
The state capital of Utah, dramatic. Now it's in. He is doing a great job. Thank you, D.A. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. We've got DeRozan, Murray out there with Derek White. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Walker in at the 3 slot. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. Here's Gobert. Rebound by Murray. And Murray's got the ball here for the Spurs.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young. He still has a very bright future.
Here's Gobert. Rebounded by the Spurs.
3 straight misses to begin the game. Not the start they were hoping for.
Here's Walker. The fadeaway. Wide open look here for Murray. And that one no good to start him off of the night. And Murray winning second team all defense in 2018. Great. At that time, it was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Over to the wing. The kick out to Walker. Shot clock at 6. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. For Utah, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Conley the pass to Ingles. White against Mitchell. To the paint. Pass to Ingles. Back to Gobert. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Active defense from Jakob Pirtle. That's the key. When he stays active and alert, blocks are going to be there for him.
Here's DeRozan. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ingles. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And Walker kicks to DeRozan. Back to Walker over O'Neal. And Walker gets it to go on the assist from DeRozan. A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you when you're voting, what are you looking at?
Well, obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any mid-season trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Rudy Gay's checked in for Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. It's Mills in for Murray. San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. And Utah turns it over again. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
Davis is checked in for Rudy Gobert. Mitchell, the basket good off the assist from Mudiay.
You can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Mudiay, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
Gay kicks to Mills. Right wing. Spurs working the ball around now. Zeller passes to Forbes. Zeller up top. He's guarded by Davis. Gay dishes to Forbes. San Antonio getting another chance here. Gay misses.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
To the middle. Mills finds Gay. Launches it. Mills can't hit.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Utah is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Mitchell outside. Lets the three fly. Can't hit that one. And the Spurs going the other way now. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Again, Mitchell missing. Here is Forbes inside. Gay, that's good.
And I like the energy of Gay, especially inside. He's incredible at getting to his spots in the paint.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Spurs lead by 1. And we'll get things started. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battle.
A lot of people ashamed to talk about it, even myself, for a long period.
You love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Zeller is out there with Rudy Gay. And it's Mills. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. D.A., thank you. Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. Joe Ingles comes in for George Niang. And Mike Conley is subbed in for Moutier. Here's Conley. Ingles kicks to Conley. San Antonio with the rebound. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. They'll start a 3-game homestand with that game. Kicks it out to Gay. Bellinelli against O'Neal. The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Got a hand on it.
Wow, Joe Ingles sends it back twice on the pipes. Big-time defensive play.
Another miss by Utah. He had stolen by Ingles. Gobert the pass to Ingles. Clarkson looking for an opening. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Clarkson on the wing. Here's the 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. And White kicks to Gay. Gets 3-pointers off the mark. Now, here's Ingles. 20 points for him last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
To end the drought, and Pirtle sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Clarkson. Then for the Spurs, DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Lonnie Walker in for Bellinelli. Conley finds Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Utah. Gobert down low. Defended by Pirtle. And he overshot that one, missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Back to White. Shot clock at 3. Here's Murray. Pirtle. It's good on the putback. Pirtle's got the lead up to 5 now for San Antonio.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside. And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
Davis is checked in for the Jazz. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. Spurs also with the sub. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Derek White. And Forbes kicks to Pirtle. Down low, stolen by Michael Conley. In transition, here come the Jazz. Moving it up. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from Gobert.
Well, to me, it's critical that Mitchell continue to focus on hitting the guys who are open. We know he can score the ball.
Here is Forbes, covered by Mitchell. Pirtle, the pass to Forbes. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's DeRozan. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. The shot's good from Forbes.
And that's a case where DeMar DeRozan's teammates benefiting from him being a willing distributor. This is a very team-first guy.
To the left wing. Mitchell looking it over. Out to Conley. Davis, the pass to Mitchell. Trying to get open, it's Davis. And it's Mitchell missing.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
It's good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Got it off in time, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period was just. And that'll do it for us. The third.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The players have taken their game to another level. A lot of improvement they've done individually. Any surprises that have caught your eye, Doris, over the years?
Yeah, I would say probably maybe the greatest single individual leap I've ever seen is by the reigning most improved player, and that's Pascal Siakam. Couldn't get in the rotation consistently in the postseason, and then became such an integral part of an NBA championship team. Kemba Walker, who is an all-star caliber player, all NBA level guy, continues to stay in the lab and keep improving. So a ton of guys, Domantas Sabonis, another young big who's been incredible. Just great to see guys progress.
Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah. Here's Murray. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And White kicks to DeRozan. Back to White. DeRozan scanning the floor. To the inside. It's stolen by Gobert. Mitchell outside. And stolen by White. In transition. Here come the Spurs. Here's Murray. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. And the Spurs lead by 6.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Here's Gobert. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
How quickly does Rudy Gobert move off the screen? His mobility makes him a tough cover in the pick and roll.
Gobert brings the double team. It's stolen by Gobert. The pass to Ingles. And Pirtle sends it back. Mitchell against White. Over Mitchell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the playmaking of Joe Ingles, such a valuable asset for the Jazz.
Well, Greg, they've needed more shot creation, and his growth in that regard, especially operating in the pick and roll, such a big lift to their offense.
And the Jazz with some changes. Clarkson, he's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Burke. Gay comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Lonnie Walker. And it's Mills in for Murray.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And here is Zeller. To the paint, here's Gay. And the layup's good off the glass. Gay's got 8 points.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Mills with the steal. It's deflected. It's stolen by Moutier. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And the 3 off target. Back to Gay. It's stolen by Ingles. Here's Moutier. Banked in off the glass.
Well, Emmanuel Moutier, that kind of shot will up your field goal percentage, gentlemen.
Here's White. And he makes good on the layup.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Now, here's Moutier. He's covered closely. Fires the 3. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside, Gay. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And it's a 7-point Spurs lead. Utah has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
2 on the clock from about 16. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. To the paint. Ingles against Zeller. Gobert trying to get open. Now Bellinelli. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Chalk up 2 there.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Moutier pass to Gobert. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert, an athletic monster. He fends off the defense with an amazing finish.
And White kicks to Mills. Hits the 3-point bomb. Mills has got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Zeller against Ingles. Gobert dishes to Clarkson. That one good for 2.
Well, Jordan Clarkson, a nice, efficient look there. Boy, that'll help your percentages.
To the left side wing. White, wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Hard to imagine them losing this game
if they can keep shooting like that.
From downtown, shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut back down to 8. Those were necessary points from Clarkson.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And so it's San Antonio in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more NBA basketball. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for San Antonio, DeRozan out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then there's DeJounte Murray, and it's Walker in at the 3. To the inside, DeRozan passes to Forbes. 4 on the shot clock. Stolen by Michael Conley. Here's Davis. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on DeRozan.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Poeltl inside. Davis is on it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. And that one misses.
So how cool is it, Kev, that Jakob Poeltl makes NBA history as the first ever Austrian-born player in the league? Doesn't matter what else he does in his career, he'll always have that distinction. That's cool.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Walker finds Poeltl. Back to Walker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Spurs lead by 8.
And when Poeltl sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
Up again, Davis on the follow. Davis has got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Poeltl kicks to Forbes. Murray outside. Out to DeRozan. 5 to shoot. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 6 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Mitchell dishes to Davis. Here's Niang, guarded by Walker. It's stolen by DeRozan. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Murray with the ball. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Davis. And Davis throws it down.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Poeltl against Gobert. DeRozan with it. He kicks to Murray. Plenty of space. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Here's Mitchell. The shot misses. And the Spurs going the other way now. Outside, Walker. And the dunk by Walker.
Yeah, and ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Poeltl, the pass to DeRozan. And he converts the layup. DeRozan's got the lead up to 13 now for San Antonio. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
It's great insight. Pirtle with the ball. He's picked up by O'Neal. And Walker kicks to Pirtle. Off target from three-point range. Jazz trail by 13. Here's Gobert. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Murray outside. Feeds it to DeRozan, and it's good for two. And the Spurs lead by 13.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Spurs.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for DeMar DeRozan.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. No good on the triple.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Passes it to Medu. Back to Mills. Pass to Samanic from the wing. Almost, but it rolls out. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And in the thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. And we've got great vision. David, thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And a promising trend this month is the rise in his effective field goal percentage. He's showing a lot of smarts. Shot selection has been tremendous, and it's helped his numbers a ton.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. DeRozan out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then there's Derek White. Then there's Murray. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Pelicans, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ingram in at the 3 spot. Now here's Murray. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. Steve, compare it now to when you were playing. Did teams go deeper into their benches than they used to?
Yeah, they do. I think because of this load management, resting players. So you see a lot of guys play a lot. And also what they've done right now with the G League, being able to bring guys up. They use those guys, and I think it helps a lot, even not on games, but in practice. You'll see more guys are involved in giving guys rest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Ingram hits these mid-range jumpers in his sleep. The defense can't allow him to get going from there.
Left side, DeRozan. Over Williamson. Knocks down the 10-footer. DeRozan's got his second basket of the night.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts, being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
For 3, Ingram sinks the triple. Ingram's got 5 now.
And really, Ingram is consistent in nailing these perimeter shots. Gotta get a hand up or he's gonna make you pay.
Murray lets it go from the baseline and nails it. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Favors passes to Williamson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Capable of doing some real damage. Give Williamson the rock in a spot like that, and he is going to burn you.
Now here is Poeltl. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. DeRozan finds Poeltl. Back to DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from 14, and the jumper falls for him. DeRozan's got his 3rd basket of the night. New Orleans in the lead. Now here's Ball. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
White wide open. He fires. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist.
That's good awareness from DeRozan. Spots the open man. That speaks to his all-around game.
Ball, the pass to Favors. And a slam dunk by Favors.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's White. A 14-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
He was a shot-blocking nightmare out there. 4 blocks on the game and some alter shots as well.
Clock is at 3. And Walker kicks to White. Jacks up a 3. Connects from 3-point range. He has 5.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
Ingram wide open. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play. And this is Alvin Gentry's 4th stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, let's get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league. A decade coaching in college. Worked for and with so many legendary coaches. He's seen it all.
The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, the double checking, and the game continues on. And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations. He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
Here's Hart. Drills the three-pointer. 16 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Forbes, the pass to Zeller. Back to Forbes. Dishes it to Zeller. And stolen by Redick. That shot, no good. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Pelicans ahead. They're up by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And taking a look at the Pelicans' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Jackson. He's out there with J.J. Redick. Hart is out there with Hayes. And it's Melly in at the 4 spot. And San Antonio has possession. The Pelicans make their last shot. San Antonio again turning it over. Here's Bellinelli. Their last encounter was in New Orleans where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
As long as they maintain that same aggressiveness, they should be in solid shape to come away victorious again.
The drive by Gay. Can't get it to fall.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. And perimeter shooting, never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's M.O. all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
Gay kicks to Forbes. Back to Gay. Down low. Here's Bellinelli. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. And in today's game, if you don't have floor spacing, your offense is going to struggle.
They call it gravity. The ability of outside shooters to attract defensive attention. Redick, one of those you don't leave for a moment.
Okafor is checked in for New Orleans. Now the spotlight usually is on the head coach. With Smitty, what makes for a great assistant coach on a staff in your eyes?
Well, I think when he have a great relationship with the coaches and also he has a great relationship with the players. I also love the assistant coaches that are very detailed, and also some of those guys, they have great insight on what a coach can see. It's still a team, and there's some great assistants out there.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. Kevin, Marcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Tries it from 9. That's in, and the Pelican lead is cut back down again to 5. The basket that time coming from Gay. Now the pass to Forbes. From deep. That shot off. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. From deep three-point range. Was shot by Redick. No good. Spurs trail by 5. Gay passes to Forbes. A beautiful reverse layup.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Out left to the wing. Back to Redick. The tray. They get it back. Here's Okafor. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And Bellinelli kicks to Forbes. The putback. Zeller passes to Bellinelli. Back to Zeller. Clock at 6. Here's Forbes. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And they bump this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And the Pelicans under head coach Alvin Gentry, a team that looks to get out and run.
Reason why, GA, he was an assistant under Mike D'Antoni in Phoenix when the pace and space trend was just getting started. Also on the bench for the Warriors, and we know how they like to get up and down. That up-tempo style is what he preaches.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pirtle, he is checked in for Gay. DeRozan comes in for Marco Bellinelli. White, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. Now, here's Ball. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. For 3, Ingram buries it from three-point range. Ingram's got 10 points in the game.
Woo, he got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
And finished off by Williamson.
Well, you see the value Drew brings on the defensive end. Anticipates well, has the long reach and very quick hands.
Now here's White. He has 5. Here's Pirtle, drilled from 11 feet out. 30 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And Holiday kicks to Ingram. Here's Favors. The kick out to Holiday. Pass to Ingram. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Favors. And they pick up 2. Favors has got the lead up to 7 now for the Pelicans.
You love the effort of Favors. On the glass, he's a scrappy player who comes away with second chance opportunities for his club.
Zeller dishes to Pirtle. 3 seconds left. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period. And that...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Brandon Ingram with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
On the court right now for the Spurs, White is out there with Murray. Then there's Pirtle, then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the small forward. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. DeRozan passes to White. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. White's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. New Orleans leading by 7. And last season, DeMar DeRozan averaging the lowest rate of three-point attempts of his career.
Kevin, the Raptors had wanted him to shoot more triples. The Spurs were content to put the ball in his hands and let others provide the spacing.
So Favors will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Shot clock at 6. Holiday with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. The shot by Holiday, no good. Spurs trail by 7. Jumps up and finished off by DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan is so good when he has space to get out and get his legs moving on a break.
Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And the dunk by Williamson.
I mean, a tremendous all-around talent. Drew Holiday keeping his eyes up and his options open.
And White kicks to Pirtle. Another shot. Walker in the corner. Pass to Pirtle. And it's blocked.
And when Zion blocks it, you feel it. He's got this kind of power behind these swats.
Good on the bucket.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Walker. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Steve, the league has broadened the definition of clear path foul. Think that'll discourage the wrap-up fouls that stop those fast breaks?
Yeah, I think so, because the guy's coming downhill with that type of force. And if you do wrap him up, and sometimes your coaches want you to because of the situation, but it's hard, and it can create a lot of injury. So I do like the clear path foul.
Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
And how about the versatility of Ingram? Just remarkable at putting the ball in the hoop in really a variety of ways.
Here's White, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Clearly a foul.
The Spurs have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Okafor's checked in for Favors. Hayes comes in for Williamson. Hart, he's checked in for Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Ball.
The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak, 22 years and running, not to mention 5 titles in that span. No wonder the Spurs are viewed as the league's model franchise.
Gallinelli, he's checked in for the Spurs. Gay in the corner, over Hart. San Antonio, again missing. Well, Steve, the Spurs are so well run. If they played in a top 5 market, they might be the most popular team in the NBA by now.
You know what, Kevin? They probably would, but this is the way this organization likes it. They like to be quiet and under the radar. They like to sustain success, and they like to build a great culture. At the same time, the small market is really a part of their culture.
DeRozan's shot is off. New Orleans leading by 18. Pass to Hayes. Hills with the steal. Here's Forbes. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Hart. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. The pass to Okafor. Redick for three. Good on the triple. Redick's got himself on the board with three there.
J.J. Redick, one of the premier shooters in this league. Boy, he knocked that one down.
And DeRozan. Here we go. Gay kicks to Mills. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Pelicans lead by 19. From New Orleans, back in a moment. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3/4. Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. He's out there with Okafor. And it's Hart in at the 3. That's the Pelicans 5.
Nice play. Gay with the quickness to get in close and the size to close the deal.
For 3. And that's collected by Gay.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Shoots it. Pirtle trying to get open. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, despite the injuries he suffered in his career, Rudy Gay remains a pretty good athlete.
Here's Redick. It's hauled in by Gay. Gay's got his 4th rebound in this one.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Forbes the pass to Gay. It's DeRozan with the drive. That's good from Gay on the assist from DeRozan. DeRozan's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The deep three from Redick. Takes the 13-footer. The rebound by the Spurs.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pirtle, no one around him. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Textbook form from Pirtle, getting room to shoot from the mid-range and nailing the shot.
It's Redick on the wing. Outside Holiday. Pass to Hart. Lock at 6. Outside, Redick. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Tell you what, I love that he didn't get rattled after being blanked in the first half. His shot has been absolute money since then.
Forbes the pass to Gay. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now here's Redick. He's guarded closely. Pass to Melly. 2 free throws coming up, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
This is who you want leading that play, a sure passer with great awareness.
A different look now for San Antonio. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for DeRozan. Derek White comes in for Bryn Forbes. And Murray subbed in for Patty Mills. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Smitty, we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Ford.
Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation. You know Rudy likes showing off. He's definitely got hops, a sensational dunker.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
.136 left in the fourth. But they recover it. Walker's shot is off. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Ingram passes to Hayes. He kicks to Williamson. Hayes in the post. He's covered by Murray. Here's Williamson. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Pelicans.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Zion Williamson.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Zion Williamson.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's gotten his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
He's been their pulse tonight, the player who's guided them to the win, and it's a win they needed coming off a loss in their last one. Favors passes to Williamson. It's blocked. Favors dishes to Williamson. It's a hand on it, and there's Favors putting it right back in. And the Pelicans lead by 15.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Here's Medu, and the rejection by Favors.
The long reach of Favors have a real impact, especially when he leaves the ground quickly in time for blocks.
Here's Medu, nailed from three-point land. 16 seconds left in the game.
Who's got Brandon?
Ingram passes to Holiday. Redick for three. And that one is off. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the...
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA 2K TV.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting... Hi, everyone. Time. Hey, Dave. It sure is fun to watch, D.A. Thank you. And the starting group for the Spurs. Derek White is out there with Murray. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Grizzlies, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. So it's San Antonio now. Murray kicks to DeRozan. Well, Chris, as we wind toward the end of the regular season, what do you notice as an analyst that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Wow, I think what I didn't notice when I was playing was everything that goes on around the arena. Now I get to the games a couple of hours early. I get to interact with fans. I get to see game productions. The business of basketball, just how much everyone loves the game, from Adam Silver down to someone at the concession stands at the arena, how it really is a community and a family. Because when I was in Sacramento, I'm just playing for Sacramento. I didn't realize how many people in New York, Detroit, and other places supported not only us in Sacramento, but their home teams, and just seeing how passionate everyone in the business of basketball, how passionate they are. And that's just something awesome to be a part of.
Kept alive. Walker's shot is off. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Morant. No good on the shot. And the Spurs going the other way now. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Grizzlies. That one was played in Memphis.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
In Memphis, a small town, not a free agent destination, but the connection between these fans and their team really stands out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, first of all, I love Memphis. Shout out to Bill Street. Oh, man, they got some great food there, GA. I'll take it in one of my spots next time we're up there. But Memphis is known for its food and music. I mean, the MGs, as some call the Grizzlies, a treasured part of this scene.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's DeRozan.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. Jackson dishes to Valanciunas. Misses from close range. For San Antonio, they've got a paltry 0 of 6 from the field here in what's been a very difficult start for them. He gets it in there. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Murray against Brooks. And Pirtle pulls it down. Outside, White lets it go from deep. Here's Walker. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating, because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Now Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
Jackson has the open look. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Well, this is the attitude Anderson brings. A selfless player who loves giving it up to his open guys.
Murray, the pass to Pirtle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Brooks. Rebounded by the Spurs. That want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
Yeah, the offense looked cohesive last night. Whatever challenge the opposition presented, they answered with confidence.
Valanciunas, good.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
Here's White. After the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas, here's DeRozan. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
It's Anderson with the drive and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Chris, in his 6th season out of UCLA, small forward Kyle Anderson.
Well, yeah, Kevin, in his first 3 years, improving his long-range distance, shooting to over 37%. Now, it's fallen back off the last couple of seasons, but he's a smart, savvy player, and he's at his best when he's hitting shots.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Gay. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, well, Kevin, throughout his career, Gay has been an offensive force and mastermind in manipulating defenses.
And Memphis making a change here. Allen's checked in, and both free throws good for Gay.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's San Antonio with it. Spurs trail by 5. Here is Forbes. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound Spurs. A nice shot by Zeller.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
Clark, the pass to Melton. Shoots over Mills, and that one's drained from the low block. And it's Mills with the ball for San Antonio. It's a 5-point game. And Bellinelli kicks to Gay. Back to Bellinelli, the 10-footer. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
Melton's shot is good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Pass to Zeller. Over Jang. Shot by Zeller, no good. Here's Allen. Yes, that goes in.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Grizzly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, what's your take on the Grizzlies so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Rudy Gay. He's out there with Zeller. Bellinelli is out there with Mills, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Gay outside. Passes it to Mills. Back to Gay. The 10-footer. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Oh, and if you were the defense, you have to be right in the jersey of Gay. A knockdown threat on a catch and shoot.
Pass to Clark. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Jang's got the lead up to 11 now for Memphis.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Zeller inside. Jang defending. Shot by Zeller, no good. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. To the middle. Here's Melton. Lays it up and banks it in. Melton's got 6. Some great ball handling in this game. Chris, we see it all the time. Of all of them, whose crossover impresses you the most right now?
Oh, right now, okay. Man, you got to go out to wherever Kyrie Irving is. And first of all, his handles are
great handle, right?
Oh, his handles are sick. Don't forget about Curry, because Curry can shoot so well. Sometimes we sleep on his handles. And John Wall with his speed, there's no way you can stop John Wall coming full speed at you. He can cross you over left and right or right without even blinking, and you'll just be standing still, stuck, not even realizing he laid the ball up past you already.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Dylan Brooks comes in for Allen, and it's Morant in for DeAnthony Melton. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the Spurs.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Here's Morant. Offline with his 3. Spurs trail by 13. DeRozan on the wing. Off the left rim and out. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Derek White comes in for Bryn Forbes. And Murray subbed in for Patty Mills. And that one's good, Morant.
Much more than just a perimeter threat. Morant loves to sneak inside and do damage.
Spurs working the ball around now. Offensive rebound. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Brooks, the pass to Anderson. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of basketball. 6 to shoot. Valanciunas against Gay. And Poeltl sends it back.
And you got to give appreciation to how Poeltl punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Second chance shot. And he banks in the layup.
And Poeltl is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds thanks to his amazing timing, especially when the D fails to box him out.
Now here's Valanciunas. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Portland. Out to White. Fires from deep. That one, no good. Memphis leading by 13. Jackson looking it over. Lays it up off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the time.
And it's White missing.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Morant kicks to Valanciunas. Anderson wide open. Drops in the tray. Anderson's got 5 points so far.
And this shot has to give Anderson confidence. I mean, it's one he continues to try to hone over time.
The pass to Poeltl from the corner. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Anderson up top. DeRozan defending. Anderson outside. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. And so it's Memphis in command with a 6. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside. It's Memphis out in front at the half. They're leading by 16. Kenny, some perspective, please.
That was a half of the Super Sub.
And that'll about...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Pass to DeRozan. From deep, Walker. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Here's Morant. Makes it off the glass. Morant's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
You know what? I talked to Jaren Jackson this summer, and he told me he grew another 2 inches. So let's just call him around 7 foot right now with the 7'5" wingspan. Jaren Jackson, the perfect physique for today's defensive big. He can protect the paint and maneuver outside.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. He did play power forward at Michigan State and the NBA, but what's Jaren Jackson's long-term position, you think, in this league, Chris?
Well, you know what? I think he can play the 3, the 4, and the 5 with his shooting. Now, he's still experiencing guarding shorter players, and he's getting used to it, but moving his feet serves him well. They needed that. I mean, they were getting a little tense after starting the half 0 for 3.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard and about the last 10 games in the NBA. During that span, these teams have the most second-chance points in the league. Second, the Grizzlies.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points. His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Shot on the wing, and a little luck that time, but it drops. DeRozan's got 7 points.
Way to work the inside-out game. Draws the defense in and kicks it out for the open shot.
Brooks dishes to Jackson. Over DeRozan. Jackson misses. Spurs trail by 21. Here's Walker, and Walker throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Now here's Morant, covered by Mills. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Out to the right wing. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. 6 on the shot clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Jaren Jackson. And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. A couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter. Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
To the paint. Bellinelli passes to Zeller. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Allen. Clark, great positioning on the putback.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Bellinelli finds Zeller, and yes, it's good. Zeller's got his second basket of the night.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Melton passes to Allen. Three-pointer. A rebound by the Spurs. Gay's got 4 rebounds in this game. The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That's good from Forbes. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis. Medu, he's checked in for San Antonio. DeJounte Murray comes in for Patty Mills. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. The shot's good.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
And finished off by Gay.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for with hops.
Morant, he's checked in for Allen. The Spurs shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
And it's in there. Clark's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Valanciunas passes to Melton. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Murray. Here's Valanciunas. Drains the three-pointer. Valanciunas has got 9.
Strong defensive presence who doubles as a reliable scoring option. Valanciunas is a complete big man.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court right now for the Spurs, they've got Bellinelli. White is out there with Murray. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Pirtle in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And stolen by White. Gay can't hit.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Down low, Clark. And it's Clark with the jam.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Like the Clippers of a year ago. They look like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr. Barmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out and recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch. His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
And slam dunk by Clark.
And when Clark is on fire, he stays aggressive. You got to love how this young fella is willing to dominate games.
He's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself.
Anderson kicks to Valanciunas. And oh boy, a lot of contact. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. And we'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
So it's the Spurs now, and it's the Spurs ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Oh, a good shot blocker who competes hard on defense. Defenders better think twice before trying Valanciunas.
DeRozan against Jackson. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And the Grizzlies lead by 16. And so White will bring it up for San Antonio. To the inside. And DeRozan kicks to White. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 3 assists now in this one. Right side Jackson. Right wing. Here's Morant. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, you see the burst. Morant very hard to catch once he gains a step.
Murray right side. Shoots over Morant. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Yeah, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting his mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
Anderson dishes to Brooks. Back to Anderson. That shot no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Jackson kicks to Brooks. Lets the 3 fly. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. Spurs trail by 14. White finds Murray. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Outside White. DeRozan passes to White. Now here is Pirtle. Just 4 to shoot. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Walker's shot is off. Memphis has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Memphis.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And really, Pirtle is a guy who is always looking to score the ball, relentless in how he attacks the defense.
And it's Morant missing. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Murray, no good. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Grizzlies with possession here. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Here's Melton. Fires it up. It's off. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Even early on in this one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
In your face.
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do?
I can't lose.
Oh, they had fashion on their minds as they entered the building. Soon, and before. Well, you're right, DA. A big lift for their offense. And he defends, too. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Spurs, Murray out there with White. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Porter. And it's Walker in at small forward. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. DeRozan against Ingles. Murray surveying the D. There's the pass to Walker. Just 5 to shoot, and it's good. 2 points. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Lets it fly. And the shot is long. Here's the Jazz with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Conley inside the line. And Pirtle pulls it down. Left side, DeRozan. A rebound by the Jazz. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. The drive by Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Now, here's Ingles. 20 points for him last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Murray outside. Back to DeRozan. No good that time. The Jazz go the other way with it. Pass to O'Neal. Ingles kicks to O'Neal. Shoots over Walker. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker. Some great shooters here. Let's check out the league leaders. Rudy Gobert is second.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here is Pirtle. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
There's no stopping Pirtle when he has the ball in that spot. Just abusing the defense down in the paint. Or the shot repertoire of Jakob Pirtle. Mostly 10 feet and in is his strength. He's an old school big man in every sense of the word, but efficient in what he does.
Murray, no good. Jazz trail by 3. It's stolen by DeRozan. Inside. It's stolen by Gobert. And Utah turns it over again. And Clark at 7 feet tall. Pirtle a wide body in there.
He's live and he's also no stiff, guys. Pirtle can catch and finish. He's active in defending. Gets off the ground quickly and easily. I like his package as a big guy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for Walker. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Derek White. And so it's Utah here with the ball. After the miss from Jakob Pirtle. Back to Davis. Pass to Moutier. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
And here's the stat sheet on DeMar DeRozan. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. He's right around 17 points a night, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Pert. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Now here's Gay. 17 points for him last game against Dallas. And Tyler Zeller on the bucket on the assist by Rudy Gay.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Gobert. Nifty move. And it's good on the way in.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Bellinelli passes to Gay. Count that bucket.
A competent, consistent scorer. Gay mixes it up inside and out.
And stolen by Zeller. Passes it to Forbes. And here is Bellinelli. He had 16 points in the win against Dallas. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Davis dishes to Gobert. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Gay with no one around. Utah with the rebound.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Clarkson finds Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
From deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Utah out in front. They lead by... During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation.
We're very pleased to have a coach like that.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Spurs, they've got Bellinelli. Rudy Gay is out there with Tyler Zeller. And it's Mills. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. Now here's Moutier, covered by Mills. Lets it go from 14. Here's Gobert. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Jazz.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half, and they've gotten some blocks as well.
Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for San Antonio. That comes in for Bryn Forbes. Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of micro-analysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say, so you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
Mitchell kicks to Conley. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. White the pass to Gay. Back to White. Shot clock at 5. Kicks to Zeller. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. And the Spurs with some changes. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Tyler Zeller. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Walker. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. And the Spurs with possession. Trailing by 5. Again, the miss by the Spurs. On the wing, Mitchell. Defended by Poeltl. Back to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Utah. Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by Murray. White inside. Defended by Gobert. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The Spurs shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
And White kicks to Poeltl. Gay right side. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Gay's got 6 points.
Yeah, it's important for Gay to be able to finish in traffic. I mean, he's so much better when he shows some physicality and toughness.
Here's Murray. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Michael Conley picks one up.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Spurs. Then for the Jazz, Davis comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Clarkson in for Mike Conley. And Clark coming out of Washington is a one-and-done. DeJounte Murray was considered a raw prospect.
Yeah, very raw. The 29th pick in the 2016 draft, guys, taken by the Spurs. Excellent physical tools and outstanding athleticism. It was surprising that he left when he did. I recall that when I heard. But at 6'5", a 7-foot wingspan, he's got a chance to be special.
Here's O'Neal. Yep, that one goes in there. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for San Antonio. Last time they met was in Utah where they beat the Jazz.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
Gay. The rebound by the Jazz.
Pick up the pace, get the 2-for-1 here.
That's the way to go. Be quick about it.
Back to Ingles, and stolen by Murray. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. O'Neal against DeRozan. Here's Poeltl. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Poeltl's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, he started slow, but now in the second quarter, he's finding his groove.
Now the pass to Ingles. And stolen by Murray. Gay right side. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. And that'll about do it as we get...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
So on the floor for Utah. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the threesome. And it's Mitchell missing. San Antonio leading.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that.
The three gets the three-pointer to fall. Mitchell's got it all tied up now for the Jazz.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Murray outside. Poked away. Stolen by Michael Conley. And Lonnie Walker picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. George Niang, he's checked in for the Jazz. Emmanuel Mudiay comes in for Mitchell.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Offensive rebound. Nice shot by Pirtle. Pirtle's got 8 points.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds because of his size, but just as important, his timing.
To the left wing, to the middle. Here's Gobert. Here's Ingles. Back to Mudiay. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Take a look at Utah. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, the Spurs. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And I think for the Jazz, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Conley with a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look. And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley, he never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference. But make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
The Spurs have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And Greg, you talk to Conley, he'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
San Antonio making a switch here. Ellenelli's checked in. The Spurs making a switch here. Forbes checked in. Davis is checked in for Utah. Now here's Mudiay. Defense is right there. He kicks it to Conley. Just 5 to shoot. Utah needs to get off a shot here, and there it is for him.
Superb recognition from the clever veteran Conley on that one. Very adept at knowing when to dish it.
Bellinelli passes it to Pirtle, and he could not get. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
They get it back. Goes back up. Down he goes. Nice one there from Niang. Niang's got his first points of the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Utah. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant right before the draft. That deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
And Utah making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. Pirtle, no one around him. Utah with the rebound. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Clarkson. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Clarkson's got 4 points now in the quarter. Now here's Mills. Covered by Mitchell. Bellinelli passes to Pirtle. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Hey, if you're going to foul Pirtle, then get your money's worth. You have to make sure you're really whacking. He's extremely good at finishing through contact.
And Utah making a change here. Gobert's checked in. The Italian Marco Bellinelli, one of the league's best sharpshooters, and Greg very comfortable shooting on the move.
He always seems to be floating one way or the other on his shot. It wouldn't work for most shooters, but he uses it to evade the D.
Forbes can't get it to go. Utah leading. O'Neal kicks to Clarkson. Good work defensively by Gay.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And this has just been back and forth all game.
Boy, it's been fun to watch. Both teams trading shots and trading leads. Boy, it's been tight, neck and neck down the stretch.
Mitchell with it. Over Gay. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got his 3rd basket of the night.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Jazz out in front. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Jakob Pirtle out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Murray, and it's Forbes in at the 2. That's the San Antonio 5. Pass to Clarkson. At the top of the key, Mitchell. From 12 feet out. Second shot opportunity, and it's finished off inside by Gobert. And the Jazz lead by 3. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Utah.
Defensively, they've played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Pirtle against Gobert. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before 2nd violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Derek White comes in for Bryn Forbes.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
They get it again. Gobert. That shot off the mark. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
The Jazz have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 2020. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
Ingles against DeRozan. Snatched up. Here's Gobert, and Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Pirtle, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Jazz trail by 3. Conley dishes to Gobert. Shoots over Pirtle, and Pirtle sends it back.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Back to Walker. Dishes it to White. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for San Antonio?
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in. Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Mike Conley.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Pirtle finds White to the wing right side. Walker. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Conley. Here's Ingles. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Down low. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Mitchell. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Outside, White. Back to Pirtle. Gobert pulls it in. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Jazz. The drive by Mitchell. On the wing, Ingles. White against Conley. To take the lead. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
That's the guy they're looking for when they need a basket now. DeRozan wants the ball in these spots, and more times than not, he delivers.
The coach's challenge has been issued. A scheme like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing, but it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
honestly just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
Gets the first. That makes it a 3-point lead.
You know, guys, DeRozan hasn't just had a great NBA career. I mean, he's had international success, too. 2 gold medals with Team USA from the Rio Olympics and the 2014 World Cup.
For the 3. Rebound by Murray. Here's White. No good. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end,
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Oh! Okay. All right. That's it. That's payback. We're good. We're good. We can.
Deep in the heart of Texas, San Antonio, the scene for the Pelicans. The veteran leader, Drew Holiday, and the #1 overall pick of 2019, Zion Williamson, have the... We welcome you to Noche Enabia. Well, what a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ingram in at the 3, the small forward. And for San Antonio, DeRozan out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then it's White. Then there's Murray. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. And Ball comes to help. Clock at 4. Wide open look here for Murray. It's good from long range. Murray's got the first 3 points tonight for the Spurs. And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs. Right. So, you know, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team.
Make that your
fourth seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
And at 6'6", Ball, very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the charts. Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Outside DeRozan. White against Holiday. Murray kicks to DeRozan. Poeltl, high post. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Basket, good.
And when Poeltl sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
Holiday, the pass to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
And White kicks to Murray. From deep, Walker. Pelicans pull it in. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
Man, felt like they probably would have won if they weren't saddled with all that foul trouble. They had to piece together some makeshift lineups late in that game. That might have cost them.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Passes it to Williamson. Looking for Favors. He gets it there. And Poeltl sends it back. Taken away by Holiday. Here's Favors. Nice D from DeRozan.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And the pass to Williamson. To the paint, Favors. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. In third, the Pelicans.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
Walker, the pass to DeRozan. And they double up DeRozan. Outside for Murray. Left side Walker. Outside DeRozan. over Williamson. DeRozan's shot is off.
Oh, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And there's Favors putting it right back in. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Here's White. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. White's got his second bucket of the night. For New Orleans, their last game, a loss to the Kings. And the dunk by Williamson.
And the defense learned a valuable lesson there. Don't let Williamson get to that launching pad around the rim.
Here's Pirtle, and it's off the back rim, no good. And so it's Ingram, who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. They trail by 1. Here's Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Really nice balance, good base, solid rhythm. Holiday can be effective when he's got that kind of stuff from the mid-range going.
Here's White. They get the rebound, and Pirtle has it in the corner. White, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Here's Williamson, and Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Ingram with the steal. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. How's the second quarter getting going right now? And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Bellinelli is out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Mills. Then it's Tyler Zeller. And it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. That's the San Antonio 5. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to Zeller. Over Hayes. Shot by Zeller, no good. New Orleans in the lead. And now the Pelicans on the break. Jackson has the open look. Tips it. It's good on the putback. Hart's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Pelicans.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Kicks it out to Gay from outside the arc. Again, the miss by the Spurs. New Orleans leading by 3. Redick from deep three-point land. And he misses his first shot of the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Gay dishes to Mills. Back to Gay. All alone. It's rebounded by Hayes.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Spurs have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Here's Gay. Unable to get that one. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, and in that one, they were aggressive, but also efficient. The exact balance you're looking to achieve.
Well, easy to be efficient, Greg, on nights like that when everybody has things going. Let's see if they're still in the rhythm tonight.
Okafor is checked in for Hayes. And Zeller kicks to Forbes. Again, the miss by the Spurs. New Orleans leading by 5. The deep three from Redick. No good from outside.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Well, games so often come down to free throws, and when that's the case, these are the players you want at the line. The best free throw shooting two guards in the NBA. J.J. Redick is second.
And this is a set of players that can drive and slash, hoping to draw contact, because if they can get to the bucket and the foul, it's going to be a three-point play the hard way.
And they have no issues with drawing that kind of contact. They're more than willing to put their bodies on the line, because as well as they shoot the free throws, they know these trips to the line will always pay off. Easy two.
The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Bellinelli. You often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, a favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the three. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player, that's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. Here's Melly. He's covered by Gay. Pass to Okafor. Redick inside the line. Gets to the corner and buries it. Redick's got 4 this quarter.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
The Pelicans trail. Hart the pass to Redick. Okafor with the ball. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, this is when you start to talk about Redick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
Knocked away. And they're moving it up. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Okafor.
I know people can't see you, Kevin, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Pirtle, he's checked in for San Antonio. DeJounte Murray comes in for Patty Mills. Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. Here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Okafor. And Pirtle sends it back. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. Derek White's checked in for San Antonio. Off the inbound. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Both free throws good from Okafor. Here's Murray. 5 points in the game. Outside, White. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%. So no doubt he's pleased with that.
And that one falls for White. He doesn't get the second one.
He was able to tie it up, but he has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
There's Jackson with the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Pelicans lead by 3. Now Pirtle. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off inside.
And even though...
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. A tremendous start for Zion Williamson. He had 8 points and 1 steal. Kenny, your thoughts? And that'll do it for...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the 1. Well, if there was ever a no-doubt #1 pick, it is Zion Williamson. Brent, New Orleans jumps at the chance to draft him.
Yeah, hard to think of a transition where you have a transcendental star in Anthony Davis in the 7 seasons he gave to the Pelicans, that Zion Williamson would come in and almost make you, and I don't mean this in a bad way, Kevin, but forget about AD. There's that much excitement and enthusiasm around what the talent set is and the skill set of this young star player could be.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. To the inside. Walker takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And Holiday kicks to Ingram. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Ingram's got the lead up to 5 now for the Pelicans. Passes to White. Walker in the post. He's covered by Ingram, and it's blocked.
And if Williamson's in the area, you better be careful. When you aren't, he's going to stifle you on the offensive end.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Deflects the pass, and stolen by Favors. Williamson with it, now guarded by DeRozan. And there's Williamson on the assist by Holiday.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Bertle dishes to Walker, and the dunk by Walker.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Williamson, the pass to Favors. Good! Favors has got 4 points now in the quarter.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And look at Bertle effortlessly dropping the hammer on the D.
Doubled by Murray, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
And so it's San Antonio with it. Spurs trail by 7. White with it. Now guarded by Ball. DeRozan. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And the shot goes down.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Feeds to DeRozan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Brandon Ingram. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running.
Yes.
You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis to get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And finished off by Gay.
And Rudy Gay up off the ground and dunking it down hard. Nice to see that.
Holiday looking over the floor. He's looking for Hayes and finds him. Goes up at the stripe. DeRozan with the rebound. DeRozan's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense. And lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
And there's the pass to Hart. Back to Holiday. Pass to Hart. 5 to shoot. Redick dishes to Williamson. Shoots over to DeRozan. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here is Forbes. And he banks in the layup. Forbes has got his first points in this one.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
Redick from deep three-point land. Oh, and he beat it.
Did they just do that, Kevin? They just did that.
Yeah. Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Pelicans ahead.
We're good. We just got to come up with stops.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. We've got Jakob Poeltl. Rudy Gay is out there with Bellinelli. And it's Mills. And it's Forbes in at the 2. That's the San Antonio 5. And Mills kicks to Gay. Clock at 6. Pass to Bellinelli. Here's Poeltl. Pelicans with the rebound. Here's Hart. Rebound San Antonio. Poeltl's got 5 rebounds tonight. Bellinelli finds Gay. And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. And right through it goes.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's Gay. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
There's been nights like this throughout Rudy Gay's career. He's back on one now.
Redick passes to Melly. He kicks to Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Yeah, I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look now for San Antonio. Walker's checked in for Bellinelli. White comes in for Bryn Forbes. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. Walker's shot is off. Pelicans leading by 3. Favors dishes to Redick. He's looking for Okafor and finds him. Good work defensively by Gay. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Spurs. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Gay passes to Walker. kicks it to Pirtle. Back to Walker. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Murray against Ball. Ingram outside. Ball against Murray. New Orleans moving it around for 3. Ingram. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Okafor grabs the miss.
Well, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Spurs trail by 3. Murray kicks to Pirtle. Got a piece of it. Favors with the ball. Now guarded by Pirtle. Okafor with no one around. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, improving once again.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Williamson is checked in for Okafor, and it's Holiday in for J.J. Redick. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I got a chance to find out what Alvin Gentry talked about with his players. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Evan will see if they can make that adjustment.
Count it. Good.
This is why they go to Zion. His teammates trusting in his ability to get the job done.
It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down to 3 points. Nice bucket there from White.
Big-time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Seemed extremely focused on that hoop the whole way. You could see it in his eyes. Was not going to be denied.
It's Ingram on the wing. From deep three-point range, a rebound by the Spurs. Pirtle's got 8 rebounds in this game. In the corner, Murray with it to tie it up. The shot comes out. New Orleans leading by 3. Ingram outside. And the 3 off target. Spurs have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. And Walker kicks to White. Over Ball. Offensive rebound. Walker. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Ball feeling it out a bit from 11 feet away. No good on that one. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. To the middle. And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that ties the game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
And not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They trail by 1. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Williamson dishes to Holiday. Williamson, the pass to Holiday. From the arc. He's off from 3. And he commits the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
back to 2K TV, Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
And just about to get underway is the starting five.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Glad you could join us.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche and Beyond. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, the retirements of Tim Duncan.
A proud franchise. Thank you, David. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Grizzlies. They're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And, of course, the San Antonio Spurs down 4 spots from them.
And, you know, for the Spurs, they've got to make some changes at the end of the season. That much is clear. Not sure whether that goes for the coaches or the players or both, but something has got to change.
For me, the decision makers have a lot of tough choices to make. They also need to look in the mirror because they're the ones who assembled this team.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. And for San Antonio, we've got White. Pirtle is out there at DeRozan. Then there's Murray. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. So the San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Now here's Morant. T right on him. The pass to Anderson. 6 to shoot. Brooks outside. Launches a 3. Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of run themselves.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the bucket by the Spurs. Jackson, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on DeRozan.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And this summer, a lot of work in the weight room for Jaren Jackson Jr. Rebounding, one of his few weaknesses last season. Adding strength, it will help.
Walker's shot is off. Anderson against Walker. Anderson passes to Valanciunas. And Pirtle sends it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
Yep, it counts. And a high rate of fouls for Jaren Jackson and Smitty dating back to college.
You're right. Adding strength can also help in that area. Able to do your work early is also a key for him. And also denying deep position.
And finished off by DeRozan.
You have to put DeRozan on the short list for best finishers in the NBA. He is fearless going to the rack.
Anderson dishes to Brooks. Back to Anderson. He feeds it to Jackson. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Anderson.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Here's Jackson. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
And here's Walker outside. Great positioning on the putback.
When you talk about DeMar DeRozan, how he's increased the number of ways he can score, this time off the offensive rebound.
Now here's Morant. He's covered by Murray from 10 feet out, and that one hits back iron. Spurs leading by 7. White the pass to DeRozan, and the dunk by DeRozan.
Keep your head on a swivel with DeRozan on the floor. He'll finish way up top with an alley-oop. A new Memphis head coach, 3 of the last 4 seasons. Changeover in the front office as well. Hopefully, they'll find some continuity moving forward.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. A different look now for San Antonio. Rudy Gay's checked in for Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for White, and it's Mills in for Murray. Here is Forbes. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. San Antonio again missing. Smitty, this Grizzlies team is always given a good effort. How tough do you think it is to see a coach let go, even when his players are responding?
You know, it's very tough because you gain trust in that coach. And often having a coaching change are more of a symptom of what's going on above them in the front office.
Here's Pirtle. Grizzlies making the shot, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That is his first foul of the game. Tyler Zeller's checked in for San Antonio. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Gorgie Dang's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Grayson Allen comes in for Dylan Brooks. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. Shot by Zeller, no good.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is. Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against Dallas.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And a strong bench gives you the flexibility to bring someone in and exploit a certain matchup.
Gay finds Zeller. Gay inside. Oh, yes, the turnaround.
Exactly the result you want from that trip up the court. Rudy Gay with a look from point-blank range.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Spurs lead by 4. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
Rudy Gay is out there with Bellinelli. Then it's Zeller, and it's Mills, and it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Gay kicks to Mills. Back to Gay. Over Clark. Gay can't get it to go. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Pass to Chang. Memphis moving that ball around. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Jackson.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
You know, he's not someone who spends a ton of time in the painted area, but Patty Mills looking comfortable on that one.
From deep. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
This is why you spend so much time devising ways to space the floor. If you can't, you don't get very far.
And slam dunk by Clark.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
And the jam by Tyler Zeller.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Chang to pass to Clark. Count it. Clark's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Melton passes to Allen. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Allen's got the lead up to 1 now for Memphis.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Bellinelli gets the bucket.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
And as the Spurs enter a new era, Patty Mills providing that carryover from their championship past.
Yes, he's taken on a big leadership role. The feisty little guard willing to speak up and teach the younger players the Spurs way of doing things.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for Patty Mills. And Memphis making a change here. Murray kicks to Zeller. In the corner, it's Bellinelli. Back to Forbes. Inside, Murray. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 3.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Bellinelli finds Murray. Stolen away. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Allen outside. Pass to Anderson. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Over Zeller. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Anderson. Anderson's got 3 assists in the game. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. They trail by 1. Bellinelli passes it to Murray. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pirtle, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's White in for Bryn Forbes. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Valanciunas comes in for Clark. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Grayson Allen. Walker against Anderson. Brooks kicks to Morant. Pass to Valanciunas. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. In transition, here come the Spurs. DeRozan leading the charge.
I love the vision by DeMar DeRozan. He found the wide open teammate.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brooks misses.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Outside for Murray. Over to the left wing. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
I mean, that's a nice find by Murray. He has the height to see the floor, and his awareness continues to grow.
It's stolen by DeRozan. And so it's San Antonio heading to the bench with a 7-point.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point. And that should...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3. Walker against Anderson. Walker in the post, and that one, good. Walker's got his second bucket. You know, Steve, so much goes into being an effective bench player. What do you like to see in a team's sixth man?
What I love, Kevin, is a guy that can come off as a sixth man is he doesn't disrupt what's going on with the starters. Also, he's ready. And most of those guys that wins that award, they don't need time to adjust to the game. They come in and make an immediate impact.
And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Morant. To the paint, DeRozan, and DeRozan throws it down.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Morant. DeRozan defending. Morant dishes to Jackson. That one goes in. Jackson's got 10 points in the game.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude. Like how Morant just recognized the open man and the ball is right there.
And coming out of halftime, coach said they wanted to start fast. How's 4 for 4?
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only one miss in 5 attempts.
And the Spurs with some changes. Rudy Gay's checked in for Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. The Grizzlies trail by 6. In the corner, it's Jang. All sorts of time. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Jang's got his second bucket tonight. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Shot clock at 6. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Here's Mills. Grizzlies with the rebound. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Here's Morant. No good. Shot missing. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
They grabbed their own miss. Gay kicks to Forbes. Gay trying to break free. And that one goes long. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Count it.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here is Forbes. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Clanks the putback jam. Kicks to Morant. Out to the wing for the lead. Rebounded by the Spurs. 51 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's DeRozan, and he uses the glass on the layup. DeRozan's got 4 points in the quarter.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Here's Clark. He's covered by Gay. Clark, the pass to Jang. To the right side. That's tipped. Shoots from the line. Forbes with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And here's Gay. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Yep, that one goes. Now here's Morant. Hands the shot from the wing. Morant's got 9 points.
Well, this is where we talk about Morant's versatility. He can work off the ball because he's worked so hard on that jumper.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. It's San Antonio up by 4. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this way?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Spurs, Derek White is out there with Murray. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's DeRozan, and it's Gay in at the center position.
The man is not timid. DeRozan's become one of the game's more prolific scorers, and he's showing it all tonight.
Walker's checked in for San Antonio. Morant dishes to Jackson. That one drops for him.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
San Antonio leading. Murray, the pass to White. Spurs working the ball around now. To the wing on the left. Now the pass to Murray. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Gay. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Valanciunas.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Some players never recover from a torn Achilles. Rudy Gay has come back and as good as ever. Still one of the most productive small forwards we have in the league.
Valanciunas against Gay. And Valanciunas kicks to Morant.
You know, DeRozan doesn't often get enough credit for his defense, but he was great on that play.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
DeRozan finds White. Back to DeRozan. Gay up top. Walker in the corner. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Spurs lead by 6. And Steve, the size and athleticism of Gay has always set him apart at that small forward position.
He's able to make something out of nothing, playing over the top most of the time of his defender. He is dangerous.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
On the wing, Jackson. Light covering. Here's Morant. They get it back. Jackson dishes to Valanciunas. Over Gay. And again, Memphis no good.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Count that one. Valanciunas has got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's where Valanciunas is a handful, inside and on the block.
Ball's knocked loose to the middle. Jackson against DeRozan. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Brooks, the pass to Jackson. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. San Antonio making a switch here. Hurdle's checked in. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Here's Walker. shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And so Walker nails both of them. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And Anderson kicks to Brooks. Here's Morant. And the Grizzlies get it back. On offense, here are the Spurs. They're on a 14-6 run. Walker finds DeRozan. Back to Walker. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Walker's got the lead up to 12 now for the Spurs.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Spurs.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DeMar DeRozan.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play. Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Lightning quick with length. Murray's most dangerous when he's putting the ball on the floor.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Melton passes to Tolliver. Allen for the 3. The shot, no good. Murray for 3. No good there. And so it's San Antonio, easily taking this one. A confident win. And David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.